Testing, uno, dos, tres. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to what I believe is the penultimate episode of Wandavision. I believe there's just this episode and then the finale, or at least according to Wikipedia with the 9 episode count. Even though this isn't the finale yet, I believe it's not the finale. I'm scared to go and look up anything about these episodes because I figure, I am glad that the show is ending after 9 episodes. I know that these like 6 episodes, 9 episodes might seem a bit short compared to some other TV shows out there, but what you gotta remember is that, like, first off, they're on a huge budget. They're pretty much on a movie level budget being made here. And I don't really know how that compares to other TV shows' budgets, but like the point is that obviously, like, especially with Wanda's powers and the other special effects and stuff like that, that obviously costs a lot of money. I remember when I first started the TV show and like Scarlet Witch and the other Avengers were going to be in there, and I'm just like, but it's a TV show. Like, are the effects going to match up to those in the movies? And yeah, I guess they are. But anyway, some of you who watched or could watch the everything Marvel has announced for Phase 4 and 5 ranked by my anticipation. I had WandaVision ranked as number 7 out of 23, but The Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is supposedly going to be the next one, was ranked only number 14, which was another 7 spots down. I'm worried that Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to be a bit more of an average show compared to WandaVision. I feel like that might have been part of the plan. I believe the original plan I believe, am I wrong? Maybe I got my memory wrong because some people were saying that it was Falcon and Winter Soldier, but I believe it was Loki that was going to be the first show. Anyway, I think that maybe Marvel was planning to start off with maybe Falcon and Winter Soldier as something more average and then really kick off with WandaVision and be like, hey, look at how weird we're going to get. But then the pandemic shifted everything up and they're just like, maybe we're better off just opening up with WandaVision. Maybe people will like the huge amounts of change and then we can be more average. And then when people are complaining about that, we can be like, well, look at what we did with WandaVision. Okay, anyway, Disney Plus has a weird pin now. Disney Plus also added Star. I couldn't believe about that. Like my mom was like, "Wait, they have Die Hard?" And like she couldn't comprehend that. She's like, "Disney made Die Hard?" And I was like, "No, Disney didn't make Die Hard. They bought the rights to 20th Century Fox." I don't know. Anyway, it's so weird how like they have all these different sections. So they have Star, National Geographic, of course, Star Wars gets its own section, Marvel, Pixar, and then just flat out Disney. Okay, anyway, so the thumbnail shows Agatha talking to Wanda. So apparently Agatha is a character from the comics, whatever. Okay, so season 1, episode 8 is called Previously On. I must say, I'm very impressed with these titles. I remember like when they first started and it was just Smitty, not right now. I'm recording. Smidge. It's okay, Smidge. And when they were called Episode 1, Episode 2, Episode 3, I was a bit disappointed. I was thinking, like, okay, maybe you're better off just calling them that instead of some titles that suck. But I feel like you could get really creative with the titles on here. And now I'm glad that they did get pretty much as creative as I was hoping for. So we had Film Before a Live Studio Audience, Don't Touch That Dial. I must say that Don't Touch That Dial is the title that I don't really understand. I don't really understand what that's a reference to. Maybe because it takes place in the 60s. I don't know, whatever. Now in color, we interrupt this program on a very special episode, all new Halloween Spooktacular, breaking the fourth wall, and now previously on. Wanda embarks on a troubling journey, revisiting her past for insight into her present and future. Ooh. Are we gonna get some Doctor 2, some Doctor Strange 2 forward flashes here? Okay, anyway, I'm just gonna check this recording here. Alright, so everything seems good to go. So if you have your own copy of this episode, probably on Disney Plus, or maybe you're watching this in the distant future when this is out on DVD. I'm just kidding, DVDs are already dying. Anyway, put the time start to 0. I hope that Oliver Harper doesn't like sue me for. It's just that intro's so perfect. But the time start to 0 and press play. Don't want to say it yet. But Oliver Harper, if you're listening to this, you rock. Your podcasts rock. To be honest, your podcasts are probably a huge part of what inspired me to even start doing this. So thank you, and then please don't sue me for saying a similar intro to you. Um, so anyway, if you're watching on your own copy, which you should be, that's kind of how these podcasts should be working, I think, unless if you have it completely to the beat, memorized by memory. But put the time start to 0 and press play right now. Yeah, Disney Plus original. Like you should let it load. You should let it load and then like hit play once it's loaded right when I said that. Okay, anyway. Okay. It's cool how we got clips from Avengers Age of Ultron, you know? It's cool how Disney just owns everything now. They own the rights to the movies and the show, so they can show all these flashbacks. They're showing a clip from Avengers Infinity War as if it's just a random TV show. My mom and my mom and her whatever. They're going to be a little bit weirded out because they haven't seen Infinity War yet. I was going to say my mom and her boyfriend because my mom and dad are split up, and as Markiplier said, it's fine. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I like with this intro. Are they going to have to remove Black Panther? Because it's like it's so awkward. The fact that Black Panther is dead. Like he was clearly going to be a huge part of Phase 4 going forward, and now he's already dead. Hey, at least we got 4 movies with him. And everyone was theorizing about it being like Shuri taking up the mantle or something anyway, even before Chadwick Boseman passed away. That was the idea. So maybe who knows? Maybe it's fine. Apparently there were plans for Black Panther 3 though, and now it's probably best if they don't do that. Although they're doing a Wakanda TV show or whatever. What is this? Salem Meshuet's 1693? Damn, this is like a whole new show slash movie that we're watching here. It's so weird because like I know that TV shows apparently pay less, or maybe not these TV shows. Damn. But I'd still think that I prefer like if I were writing something, my dream is to become a writer. That's my was that Quicksilver right there? Okay, my huge dream is to be a writer for something. Like not a sole writer. I want to work with people to write something. And if I were to do that, I would really want it to be a TV show because when it's a TV show, you can just make as much content as you want. Whereas when it's a movie, you have to like keep it confined to just 90 minutes at least. But maybe you only have enough ideas to fill that slot. They have the right to knowledge. Everyone has the right to as much knowledge as they want. I hope that in the future, we all become a hive mind and secrets become redundant, but I hope before that we just learn to stop keeping secrets. Like so many Christians out there say that lying is a sin, but unfortunately that's not fair because you just can't live in a world as complicated as this one without lying here and there. There's like white lies. Sometimes people will just make a big deal if you tell the truth, and it's just best to lie just so that everyone's happy. So it's like, obviously the Christian God is imagining a better world where, you would only have to lie if you were being mean. But unfortunately, that's just not how it works in this world, God. Jesus, her mom. Jesus Christ. I thought that was Quicksilver. And she was like reimagining Quicksilver as that guy. So what the hell? Are these Doctor Strange people? Is she absorbing all the magic or something? This is going on a bit long, ain't it? So it's become purple, like our magic is. Is she absorbing the magic or something? Can she use her advanced knowledge to do something with that magic? There we go. I like this. Suck it, witches. Come on, Agatha. That's it. Oh, did you kill him? Oh, I wanted to see them get punished. See, like I always say that no one deserves to be in hell. I always say that no one deserves to be in hell. But sometimes, you see people be a jerk and then you really want them to be punished. But notice how you have to be pushed to some sort of emotional extreme to want that. You're not thinking logically when you say that you want people to be punished. You're thinking emotionally. And I'm not saying that like thinking emotionally is wrong or anything. I'm just saying that no one should be punished, you know? Like I feel like in order to get into heaven, people need to learn to own up to their mistakes, apologize, and also those kind of have to learn to forgive them, you know? I know that like there are people out there who have been treated very, very horribly. Sometimes it seems very unreasonable to forgive people, but you know, if you want to become the best version of yourself, truly become worthy of being in heaven, I feel like you kind of got to go into a journey where you need to learn to forgive as well. Not necessarily forget, you know? Okay, well now I'm looking at Agatha a little bit differently. I'm glad that she escaped and didn't die. Yeah, I was gonna say like she's probably more powerful than Wanda, right? Otherwise, the character's probably redundant, unless if she has some sort of she can speak, and that's how she's somewhat superior to Wanda. But again, then she's superior to Wanda, so I don't know, whatever. Hers is her magic works. I don't think she knows what magic is, because she wasn't even part of the time heist in Avengers Endgame. She was dusted. You know, so many people come up with those theories that maybe Iron Man wasn't dusted because Thanos promised that he would spare him to Doctor Strange. And maybe, excuse me, Nebula wasn't dusted because he promised he would spare her to Gamora. And maybe Thor wasn't dusted because he promised he would spare him to Loki. And maybe Wanda was dusted because he felt empathy about her feeling grief and decided to put her out of her misery. Wait, did she just explain something about Quicksilver? He's got to be from the X-Men universe. I refuse to believe that he is not somehow connected to the X-Men universe, because frick that. Because in my Marvel anticipated video thing, ranking thing, I didn't have Fantastic Four or Deadpool 3 or Blade or X-Men, because those are a little bit far off. You know, maybe they're going to be released next month, but according to Wikipedia, they're still a bit far off, and I didn't really know much about them anyway. She's controlling Wanda the same way that she would control the others. Yeah, I do not. Yeah, I'd like to be part of a sitcom if it means that life gets a little bit exciting. So she's got thousands of people in there. Did it become thousands when she expanded the border in episode 6 or like how big is this town? Because in episode 4 they showed just like an empty field with a bunch of houses behind it, and I think that really threw me off. I thought that the town was literally just like the length of half a street. Although, you know, half a street is very ambiguous. There are long streets and there are very short streets. Please don't tell me that the episode is just half an hour of just literally them talking like this. What's happening to Vision right now? He took off without Darcy, right? He was like going back to Wanda for some reason. I don't know why they're going back to Wanda. Don't we all feel empty and alone? It's a bit more than nothingness. It's more like in the negative numbers. Oh, I thought she said let's start three. I was like, oh shoot, are we actually counting down? But she needs some DNA. I'm wondering too, like, was this show filmed in order? And here's my one per video mention of the pandemic. How was this filmed, like, in relation to the pandemic? Was this refilmed to the pandemic? Because, like, there are two people in a room, they probably both tested negative, so they can be as close to each other as they want. Uh, it's so weird, because sometimes there are, like, scenes where, like, two characters are, like, a little bit far apart, and I'm wondering, is that due to the pandemic? But at the same time, if you look at tons of stuff that was filmed way before the pandemic, people are sometimes standing a good distance from each other anyway. So I don't know, whatever. Okay, so this is looking into her past. We're gonna do a Christmas Carol. It's the ghost of Christmas past. Oh no, this is her mom. Okay, well, still the ghost of Christmas past. Yeah, that's right. Who were their parents? Mama, Papa. Okay, yeah, you see, many people were theorizing that, like, she was having sitcoms because it's like a dream, you know? I'll sell them all tomorrow, more for TV night. What the frick? Alright. I'm gonna, in English, Papa, what the hell? Anyway, I'm gonna have a little sip of good old tonic water, which apparently is funny for me to drink because apparently it's an old people's drink. Sorry, that's not me saying that. That's someone else saying that. Whatever. Oh, what? She's gonna play the role of her young self, or is she gonna change the future, or what? Yeah, what is with her hair? Like it was brown and now it's red. And like I've seen some clips of her blonde? Like, like, I know it doesn't matter, but what's her natural hair color? And why'd she dye it red? Just because Scarlet Witch had to match her powers, or what the frick? I think Quicksilver, his hair was blonde, but it looked more dyed, didn't he? I don't know. It feels weird saying the word dyed because it sounds like death died. Season 2, episode 21. I remember back in the day. I remember back in the day when we'd only have a limited amount of episodes to watch, and then we just watch them over and over and over again. That's what Stewart Review stuff says. Mm, you just watch them over and over and over again. And nowadays, I remember like my dad, even like in the early 2000s, my dad was saying stuff like, once I watch something, I don't want to watch it again unless I've forgotten it. And I'm just like, what? Is this a real show? Or is this like Home Alone? And it may look like a walnut. What the hell? I'm looking it up. I'm researching it right now. Aw, that's so cute. Okay, it may look like a walnut. Oh my God, it's a real show, but it's season 2, episode 20. The lie. It's a season 2, episode 20. What is this? Okay, I was gonna say she's a bit overselling it. That was a good child actor. She was like, "Dang, I'm in a Marvel show. I gotta act good." Rob, under the influence of science fiction, fears that a walnut will steal his imagination and his thumbs. Bro, that is so relatable. As someone who aspires to be a writer, Like, especially a couple years ago, you should have seen me. I was in constant round-the-clock fear that I would lose my imagination. And oh, I just missed something. Are they getting nuked? See, this is just what life is. You're always so happy. Whenever you're happy, you can guarantee that something crappy is about to happen. And if you feel crappy, then it doesn't matter because something crappy is already happening and something crappy is probably going to happen soon. Oh, it was Stark. Because she was a bit evil in Avengers Age of Ultron at first. Maybe she was against Stark because they nuked whatever. And their parents are just flat out dead. Oh, the TV's still going. Oh, does this maybe I have something to do with like the glitches? The glitches happening when Wanda becomes weak when something similar to this? But in this show, the show that she's created, she wants it to be real. Maybe not anymore, but at least in the first. How much is left? Because they're gonna have like, okay, there's half an hour left, 29 minutes, 13 seconds. Okay, why is the brightness too low in the settings? People are such wusses. They're all like, we wanted in black and white. Well, mate, just turn down the freaking color. Oh, I must admit it is a bit annoying to have to find. Yeah, you just go to menu, and then what is it? Go over picture settings. Brightness is on 50. Let's crank that up. Looks very weird, but, you know, good for me. Now when we go back to normal brightness, it'll look super bright, extra bright. So much brightness. The hell is this? That looked like the female symbol, like the circle with a cross underneath it. Still dark, but more modern. Not that the other one wasn't modern, except for the 50s sitcom. The rebellious years. Oh, that's Loki's scepter. Anti-freedom, Jesus Christ. We kind of live in an anti-freedom world right now. I heard on the news they're saying like, just hang in for the next couple months. We've been hanging in for quite a few months. Sorry, yeah, I'm so sorry about that. I accidentally like licked the microphone because I was sticking my tongue out. Sorry. Okay. Okay, so this is where she gets exposed to the Mind Stone and gets her powers. Hey mate, you gotta do it, mate, otherwise you don't get your superpowers. Just jump into a radiation bucket. It's so weird, like it's so weird how the Mind Stone. I'm having a hard time believing. Okay, Smudge, no, the laptop's taking up your little platform here. I'm sorry, but like the Mind Stone was originally blue. And they're like, oh shoot, we have the Space Stone blue now. Smudge, I pressed the remote. Thankfully, it's just to activate the HDMI. It's okay, Smudgy. So then it became yellow and it just had a blue coating. Okay, so now it looks pretty blue to me right now. Look, are you gonna become yellow? This isn't the Space Stone. It came from the scepter. Her eyes are blue because everyone's eyes are blue in this show. Everything's blue. Blue is everyone's favorite color. Okay, there we go. Finally, something that's not blue. But what the hell was that? Oh shoot, my laptop's running low on battery. Sorry, I thought I already had it plugged in. We're gonna have it a little bit closer to the TV here. There we go. Ooh, she got exposed to the Mind Stone without the blue coating, even though Vision had the Mind Stone in his head, so pretty much everyone who saw Vision's forehead was exposed to the Mind Stone and whatever, I don't know. Maybe she has to be closer to it, I don't know. Try not to touch her skin, otherwise you'll get superpowers too. And now she's watching more sitcoms. Sitcoms were her entire life, eh? I just check this recording. Don't worry, you don't have to do anything, even though I feel like if you're watching my reaction to this episode, I mean, who knows, maybe you're just jumping onto this episode. But anyway, future me stopping now. That was my best attempt at speaking French. Sorry. That's because it was paused, sorry. Me speaking French very poorly will be at the end of this podcast. I'm sorry. She's full of song. Oh, I couldn't even read the subtitles. Kazoo. I remember kazoos. Kazoos blew my mind over the fact that whether you inhaled or exhaled, it made noise. You guys know that video with the time traveling kazoo? Because he goes back in time to re-eat his cookie, but then it erases him from existence, and I thought that him inhaling through his nose was his way of going back to the future or whatever, and then he goes back in time or whatever. Do undo a stupid, gross thing, or I guess he did in a previous episode or whatever, I don't know. It was back in the day when I didn't realize that there were creators and stuff like that. I just until like I didn't really realize that there were like YouTube channels until I started watching people's DVDs collections and kept seeing their updates. Vision, we're not a Vision yet, mate. I guess they couldn't get back the actor for Quicksilver. Could just recast like old Evan Peters. That would have made whatever. It's so weird. Like if this was filmed in sequence, it's so weird. Like Vision's supposed to be mad at Wanda and now. Although, is he mad at her anymore? I don't even know. He was really mad at the end of episode 5, but then now he's taking off to go see her? What the hell? Sorry, I had to yawn there. Upbeat music plays on TV. Is it funny? Because, yeah, we always laugh out of relief. We laugh out of relief over other people's misfortune. My dad would always tell me we laugh when people trip because, if we were running from a bear and then someone else tripped, we would laugh as a stress release. Say, hey, the bear's not going to eat us, he's going to eat the tripped guy. It's like the classic joke. Two guys are walking through the woods and then suddenly they see a bear that's already angered and running towards them. And then one of them puts their bag down and starts putting on their running shoes. And then the other guy says, what are you doing? You can't outrun a bear. And he says, I don't have to outrun the bear. I just have to outrun you. When did PewDiePie's channel even start? Like, was it after 2010? It's so weird. I have distinct memories of staying up for New Year's on 2010. And when that happened, Jesus, PewDiePie's channel was made only like 5 months later at the end of April. At the end of April, so it is 5 months. Yes, I can count, and I know my months of the year, don't worry. Well, I thought I said I've been recording for 38 minutes, but it's only 3 minutes because I had to restart it because of earlier, but whatever. I mean, you can still experience loss even without a loved one. You can feel loss for certain things. I feel loss over the weird toy mouse that I lost when I was really young, and the blue hat that I lost when I was a bit older. And, sorry, I just want to mention it, that the Magic Treehouse books that are gone now, except for some that were doubled, but whatever. They had to be sold, apparently. It doesn't matter, whatever. Anyway, hey, Smitty, we're not ever gonna lose you, eh? You're immortal. You are immortal. Yes. Right. Working in a retirement home and two people have already died. So I remember one of my coworkers was like, "Yeah, I've been working here for years before. A lot of people move and a lot of people die." I was like, Jesus. Yes, we get it. She has lots of grief. I don't understand. Oh, she's trying to figure out how Wanda made all this happen? So we only have like 14 minutes left in the episode? God damn it, this is so much reminding me of The Good Place Season 4, because this is going to end on another cliffhanger of some sorts, or open ending at least, because this isn't the finale, and that's probably going to end on a cliffhanger too. What is this? What is this? This is where the Monica was, right? Okay, so she's trying to get Vision's body, so she's ticked. Maybe this was the first thing filmed. I don't know, who knows? Well, then again, it looks like everyone's physically distanced or whatever. Whatever, frick off. You deserve what? Sorry, it's so awkward making these podcasts because I want to talk enough so that I'm actually adding stuff with my commentary, but whatever. You can see the camera. Yeah, I get ticked off when I say security cameras too. She gave her directions. There we go. That guy's just on. There's so many people on guards with guns. Jesus. Someone was telling me they wouldn't shoot you, they'd just arrest you, but no one's gonna shoot you. It's like, man, I'd rather be shot than arrested. Frick off. Did he know she was coming? Was he watching the camera? Stupid government. I did like that scene though when he's like, "Hang on, I have to buzz you in," and she's like, "I got it." Cause yeah, I get always ticked off when people are like, "I have to buzz you in," because it makes you feel so vulnerable. But yeah, superpowers, frick it. I thought the recording just got corrupted, but no, it's okay. Jesus Christ, what the hell? I'd be ticked off. I'd be ticked off. Man, man, man. Jesus Christ. Holy crap. Holy crap. Oh my God. Uh, Reminds me of Mahler's critique of Infinity War. He's like, all that, like, the very soul of Vision just got ripped out, and all that's left is the machine. That scene really showed it. Can she just do anything? Because it is weird. It's a very weird thing. Because if she would just want the body just for the sake of it, well, the body would decompose anyway. But hey, if his body could actually have some technological advancements and help the future, then the morally correct thing to do would be to let them do it. I mean, he is dead. But Jesus. He is in yours. Why would you say that, you dick? Alright. Let her see what? The fact that he's a robot? She's like, I can fix him with the power of sitcoms. Sorry. Wait. Oh, it's like that scene in Avengers Infinity War. Twice, really. All I feel is you, is what he said. Because it is weird to think, like, she didn't have 5 years of grief to get over. Well, then again, so she was dusted for 5 years, and now they started experimenting on Vision, or just have they been doing it for a while, or did they just have half the people gone and whatever, and blah 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 blah. They had half the people gone, and maybe production was shut down or whatever because everyone was getting over Thanos or whatever. Blah 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 blah. Maybe they didn't even they wouldn't have even started on Vision because whatever, he was found in Wakanda and blah 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 blah. Black Panther gave away the secret to Wakanda, and other Avengers might have been able to get him. Sorry, I'm saying blah 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 because my mind is just coming up with 100 thoughts at once, and it's like whatever. Ooh, it's all becoming connected. Is this where sitcoms were filmed or something? Like what's going on? Who's that guy? He looks a bit ticked off. Oh man, I remember when I got ice cream at a place like this. Yeah, I know that you can get ice cream anywhere, but it feels special when you're at a place like this, even though it looks pretty crap. There are like a bunch of people also that seem to be on a field trip. Very awkward. Okay, so everyone looks miserable. So she's gonna make them into a sitcom and they can be happy, right? She's like, hey, everyone here is sad. I'll make it a sitcom and then they'll be happy. Is there a house up for sale and she's gonna pick that house for them to live in? Rent free? God damn it, show. You've officially made Wanda, I mean, not necessarily not a villain, but just a villain with very, very, very understandable motivations. Jesus Christ. Wanda is probably the most developed villain in the entire MCU. Maybe even the most developed character at this point, honestly. Like, Jesus Christ. Definitely one of the most developed characters to grow old in. Oh my God. Like, show, you've already done it. You've already developed Wanda. Jesus. I don't know. I'm not a critic. I'd love to be a critic. Not. I feel like critic's like a bad word to use, but like, I want to be like someone who can analyze film and stuff. Oh, the house isn't even built yet. What? I don't understand. The house is gone? I don't understand. What? So she wanted this house to grow old in, and now the house isn't there. Why isn't it there? All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Sitcom time. Sitcom time. Time to watch some 50 stuff. So she's just building the house or rebuilding it or undestroying it. I don't understand what happened to the house. Why'd she tell Vision you don't want to know what's out there? There we go. So that theory was right about that clip of the car being played in reverse. Wait, but she doesn't have Vision's body. I thought that she stole Vision's body. Or maybe she needs to go steal Vision's body or something? It's not strong enough to completely reconstruct Vision? Dang, mate. Wow. I want to turn on my camera because I feel like this is like it feels odd because you could just hear my audio reaction. Oh, there's something red behind her. What, now they're watching a sitcom or now they're looking at the camera? It was a banana. It's just the top of a pillow. They're on a set. Hmm. I was gonna say it's probably just Agatha in the seat. Oh, we're back in the present, and the show's almost over. Mate, you look pretty dangerous right now. It's weird because like we've had so many underdeveloped villains like Hela and I don't know any others. That was so weird because that episode felt so redundant because she already experienced all that. It was literally just for the viewer, but at the same time, I think she was kind of blocking out her own memory and all that. Oh, they name dropped it. They name dropped it. They finally called her the Scarlet Witch. Honest trailers, you finally got your wish, and they're called Vision, Scarlet Witch. And has it been called Quicksilver yet? No. So she's the Scarlet Witch. I feel like there's going to be a post-credit scene, though. Hey, I just realized they didn't even pick up from the Monica Snooper's gonna snoop Quicksilver thing. Or maybe that's gonna happen in the post-credit scene here. I was gonna say, I'm like, Jesus, that memory feels like it's been around for so long. Jesus, and it's only been a week. Remember when Quicksilver was first announced and I went crazy? Go watch my reaction to episode 5 for that. You can see me visually going crazy. Alright. Well, so, clearly, there is one more episode. There's no way that was the finale. Vision didn't even appear in that episode. Oh. So now it's going to be a really complex fight because we know everyone's motivations. I still don't understand why she stole Vision's body, though. I guess she didn't steal Vision's body, she just broke in or whatever. I don't even understand. I don't even understand this. So is that not the real Vision then? This is like a clone of Vision, essentially? Because that's just sad. Can't control the others the way you do me because I'm created by you. Whereas the others, you just alter their minds. But then again, she created him from the ground up. He should do that with his mind. But whatever. I'm scared that the tonic water is going to fall onto my video camera or something. Or trusty laptop the first. Which, yes, faulty laptop the first or trusty laptop the fourth, whatever, I don't know. Sorry, I know it sounds like I'm talking gibberish to you. What the hell is that? So they're taking a bit of Wanda's power and... Oh. Oh. Bringing back the real Vision, eh? Alrighty. But is this vision gonna be used as an actual weapon? Okay, so he is gonna be used as a weapon now, or did he actually bring him back to life? So they had a bit of Wanda's power from the drone, right? They would also have it on the first half of that truck that they tried to send in. You know, whatever. I guess Snooper's gonna snoop. I have to edit this video now. I want to take a break, but at the same time, I feel like I should edit it right now because there's going to be so many people already uploading their own reviews and all that, and mine is only going to get like 10 views. Whatever, I don't know. Anyway, oh my god, I'm so tired. And this is my day off. And then I have a double shift tomorrow. I have lunch and dinner, and then I have to work breakfast and dinner the next day too. At least I just have to be there by 7 in the morning and not 6:30, even though it's just half an hour can be a big difference. 4 seconds can be a big difference. And of course, I'm getting recommended Age of Ultron, because what's a WandaVision episode without being recommended Avengers Age of Ultron at the end? I feel like it's going to be a troll, and on the finale, they're going to recommend like Infinity War or something, and they're like, hey, we recommended something different. Anyway, I mean, that's probably how Disney Plus is programmed or whatever to just recommend something after a certain show or whatever, but I feel like it's Disney Plus so they can do whatever they want and have it different for different episodes because I feel like that's something that they might do with different shows. Anyway, like, dislike, comment down why, subscribe, and bye-bye, guys. Looking forward to the finale. Bye-bye. Et commencez encore maintenant. What, now they're watching a sitcom or now they're looking at the camera? It was a banana, it's just the top of a pillow. They're on a set. I was gonna say it's probably just Agatha in the sea.